Yeah, fellas, I just had to school that Eric Borman. And this is interesting that I noticed that my video that I said for black people only got 11 thumbs down. So obviously some Caucasian folks watched that video and didn't like what I had to say. But what I speak is the truth. I only give you guys the truth as I have learned it. All right? Like my stuff on history, I do my research. I don't just blurt out something some bubbleheads said on the internet. And unfortunately, there are a lot of black fantasizers within the black consciousness movement. Like there was some black kid that thought when 2013 came, we're all gonna evaporate and beam out of here and shit like that. I don't watch people like that. They're dreamers. I'm very careful who I get my information from. I go to the masters. Okay? I don't just listen to the pseudo people that are out there. So when I give you information, you can trust that I've actually done some kind of research on it. I don't speak out the side of my neck or talk like a wise guy. Okay? And when I put a video that's for black people only, if you're not black, don't watch that video. Okay? I've learned that, next time I'm not going to allow you to vote on it. So you're going to show yourself to have been one of those people that, check the video out anyway. When I put it for black folks, it's just for black folks. Now, black folks, we're starting to wake up. We are. I know most of us are dumbed down, worse than, Caucasian folks are dumbed down, and sheeples. But there is a group of us that are actually waking up on the planet. That's why all the stuff like this book like this is present. And this is the Caucasian male that is writing this one about the black builders, the possible black builders of Stonehenge, because nobody knows who built it or how old it is. Looks like he has a picture of Menes in here, one of Egypt's first dynasty. And then he's got a coin of what he's called the true face of Hannibal. And they can go back and forth. Some people say that Hannibal was mixed. Some people say he was pure. Some people say he was pure African. And by the coins that they're showing here, he's got an Africoid face, purely African features. But mixed people also have that as well. They have a movie coming out of the Queen of Egypt. And we have a non-African person playing that role. There's been a lot of complaints about that. That's what we're starting to complain about. Okay? It's not my fault that Northern Europe has no history. There's no glorious civilization up there, no big temples and all that kind of stuff. That's why they went out and grabbed and glommed onto other people's history. No offense to you Northern Europeans. You guys don't really have a history. But stealing other people's history isn't the way to do it. So people are starting to wake up and demand their history back. Pretty soon, the Greeks are going to start arguing with you guys. Okay? And they're going to want their history back. They're not going to want you guys portraying them in the movies and stuff. They're going to demand actual Greek actors who look Greek. And the original Greeks, if you know anything about Greeks, in this country, they were not called white when they came over here. Because they were all very, very dark-skinned. And it's a shame I got to argue with people about the stuff that I've done research on and found out. They did get their white status in the 60s. That's when the whole Beta University started, Alpha, Theta, all that kind of stuff. America started glomming onto this shit. Okay? It's interesting. I'm listening to a program right now. They're talking about that idiot Hawassi that runs the Egyptian antiquities. Apparently he got convicted and supposed to spend a year of hard labor in jail, but he's still there. And the speaker is talking about how he got major funding support from a small group of people in the United States. Now, if we can get his ass out of that office, the truth is going to come out about Egypt. Because it's only the United States is dumbed down to think that Egypt didn't start as a black civilization. Were later become multicultural, just like Greece was multicultural. Rome was multicultural. There were black people there. There were non-blacks there, just like in Greece. Anybody worth their salt in history knows that fact. So when I get an idiot coming at me, with no background in it or just talking outside of his neck, talking about pseudo shit like that, it kind of just pisses me off. I'm not one of these idiots that they run around to YouTube channels and get in arguments. But this one came to my doorstep. So it's up to me to handle the shit. So I schooled the boy. Now maybe that boy will learn a lesson and go do some real research. You know what I'm saying, fellas? So for you brothers out there, we're starting to wake up. And I know there's a lot of you brothers that, I don't want to learn this. Nigga, you crazy. You type of brothers, but you're not my type of people I want to talk to. I'm looking for the awakened black males to talk to shoot my information and to give my game on life and women too. I don't want to deal with trash. Now you thumb down this video all you fucking want to, but you're not the kind of people I want to talk to. Educated brothers, that's what I'm looking for. Brothers who are awakened. The more we wake up, the more we can spread the truth. Okay? And that truth has been coming out. I think Martin Luther King said, no lie can lie forever. And that's the goddamn truth. We got Caucasian scholars digging out the truth of our history in Northern Europe. They found a black tribe way up in fucking Russia. Black people in fucking Russia. Now that one got me. There was a black guy named Pushkin. That was one of their famous poets. People don't know that the guy that wrote the Three Musketeers was African descent. Biracial, but black. See, we all been loving on the Three Musketeers, don't know the history of it. In this country, at least. I grew up thinking that a place called Timbuktu was something off of Bugs Bunny. I didn't know it was a real place in Africa, where they're now uncovering manuscripts, hundreds of thousands of manuscripts. And I thought all we did was run in Africa chucking spears. And that's what the certain group of white folks want us in this country to keep thinking. That's why they want to make sure there are no ties to Northern Africa. As if Northern Africa is a different country. There were no black people in Northern Africa. The black Moors did not come over and conquer Spain and Portugal. Those were Arabs. And I can show you where they doctored that information. There's a famous painting of these Moors playing chess. And I can show you the original painting. They're black. What they reverse it to, they made the guys playing chess white Arabs. As if there were white Arabs in that time period, for one thing. But the servant, they had him as a black person. In the original, it's a white person. What's done to us as a race is a goddamn shame. But these small group of people want to keep the rest of the people of the world dumbed down, at least in this country, as to the real truth. And it's a fucking shame. I mean, it's time to let the shit go. It's 2014. The time for the racial shit is gone. Been there and gone. It's time for these people to let go of the reins and stop trying to hold on to the power of white supremacy. It's time for white supremacy to just fucking die. So everybody can live as equals. So we don't get idiots like this Borman coming out talking about some pseudo-science or pseudo-history shit. This very same history that his own people are uncovering. They say, wait, there's something wrong here. That's not the way it really happened. We're looking at the myths, the mythology, and that's not the way it was. They're talking about the Fomorians. Now, ask Borman what a Fomorian is. He has no goddamn idea. No goddamn idea. Because he hasn't done an ounce of research. Just coming out the side of his neck because he's got that white privilege thing, superiority thing, talking about some pseudo shit. What did he get? He got schooled. So you fellas out there who are African American, it's time for you to wake up also. Okay? That bad feeling that you have every day you wake up, it's time to get rid of that. We don't have to be second-class citizens. Okay? Our truth is out there. I mean, think about it. Did they think that when they bought us this country that they just took low-class people? That's not the truth. Here's something you guys didn't know. They would conquer a village. They took the royalty out of those villages and shipped them over here. They took the educated people out of those villages and shipped them over here. Okay? Don't get the shit twisted. They took the warriors out of those villages and shipped them over here. And left the insignificant ones over there. So when I used to hear, black people say, oh, we're descended from kings and queens. I thought, what a bunch of bullshit, man. Quit dreaming. I hate black fantasizers. The people that live in a fantasy world. And after learning this new truth recently from one of my sons who's, he speaks Arabic, he speaks French, he does history research like me. He learned from an actual African scholar in Africa because his wife is from Benin. He learned that truth and related to me. No wonder why when they bought us this country, they tried to take away our drums. So we were communicating, we're going to escape on this thing, blah, 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 blah. We started beating on pots and pans. They took those away, so don't do that. We invented tap dancing. Think about it. Tapping with your feet, a rhythm language. And now tap dance is spread all over the world. Look at the different styles of music that black people have invented. Think about it. House music, rap. I don't like rap. I don't like the current rap. The original rap was good shit, but then Caucasian folks bought out all the black companies, okay, and they changed the rap. Jewish fellows got in there, bought up the companies, changed the rap, so it's more destructive to our people, okay? So we got blues, we got jazz. You go into the roots of music in this country, you see black people there. You go to the roots of music in Latin countries, salsa merengue, you see black people right there. Go to Cuba, you see black people there. Go to South America, to Brazil. Even one of the black martial arts was brought to that country and disguised as a dance. Okay? So while these Europeans were ruling, they thought they were so smart, right up underneath them, they had an organized dance system, or martial arts system taught as a dance. Right in their own fucking noses, we were communicating still. So no wonder they took the scientists, the educated people, the people of high royalty out of there. The more educated, the smarter ones. So no wonder we were able to develop tap dancing. You look at the inventions that we've created in this country alone, which is a lot of stuff. Not put down white folks. White folks, massive amount of inventions. But we've also created a lot of stuff out there. There was a black man that was involved in the first chip. That's why you have computers. The first phone chip. That's why you have phones. He helped. Not saying he did himself, but there was someone black there working just as hard as the next man next to him. Okay? So when they try to take away your history and our accomplishments, tell them the truth. Go find out the truth for yourself. Don't listen to me. Go do your own research. Okay? You'll find that our race is more glorious than we thought. And we did this all up under what? Domination. Total, absolute, total domination. And we still rose and created. You can't stop us. And now that history is coming out, nobody's going to be able to stop us. It's going to be a new day real soon. And I can't wait for it to come. I hope I'm alive when it all falls down. So I could see people like that Bormann. I want to look at him in the eye when all this truth comes out. And his apology won't even be enough. I want to look him straight in his fucking eye. Yeah, motherfucker. Now what you got to say?